You ever notice how some people only show up when they smell success? They vanish like ghosts when you're drowning. But the second you start swimming, suddenly they reappear with fake smiles and empty gestures. Pathetic, isn't it? But here's the truth. They don't care about you. Not really. They're not cheering for you. They're waiting for you to trip so they can say, "I told you so." Deep down, they're scared of what you might become if you keep rising. Scared because every step forward you take reminds them of how far behind they are, and that terrifies them. Let me tell you something. Their hate doesn't come from strength. It comes from weakness. They see your fire, your drive, your refusal to stay buried, and it makes them sick. Why? Because they gave up long ago. They traded dreams for comfort zones, ambition for mediocrity, and courage for excuses. Every time you push harder, every time you rise higher, you expose their cowardice. You make their small lives feel even smaller. So they laugh when you stumble. They smirk when life kicks you down. They whisper lies behind your back, hoping someone will believe them, hoping you will believe them. But guess what? You won't. Not anymore. Their words are weapons, but they're dull. Their insults sting, but only if you let them. See, the thing about haters is this. They need you more than you need them. Without your struggle, without your pain, without your potential, their emptiness would be unbearable. They feed off your misery because it distracts them from their own failures. Your scars remind them of the battles they refuse to fight. Your resilience mocks their surrender. That's why they try so hard to break you, to drag you back down to their level. But let me tell you something clear as day. You're not going back there. Not now. Not ever. Every punch they throw, every knife they twist, every lie they spread, it's all fuel. Fuel for the fire inside you. Fuel for the climb ahead. Every setback they hand you is just another reason to prove them wrong. God didn't bring you this far to let you fall. He brought you through hell to prepare you for heaven, a kingdom they'll never step foot in. They think they're winning when they see you bleed, but they don't realize that every drop of blood waters the seeds of greatness within you. Every tear you shed builds a foundation no storm can shake. Every sleepless night sharpens the steel of your soul. Don't waste your breath explaining yourself to these people. Don't waste your energy trying to convince them you're worthy. Worthy of what? Their approval? Their validation? Please. Their opinions are worthless currency in a bank that's already bankrupt. What matters is what you think of yourself. What matters is the voice inside you, the one that whispers, "Keep going," even when the world screams, "Give up." That voice is louder than any insult, stronger than any doubt, and truer than any lie they could ever tell. So let them talk. Let them mock. Let them roll their eyes and cross their arms and act like they've got it all figured out. You know better. You've seen the darkness they couldn't survive. You've walked through storms they ran from. You've bled for battles they wouldn't dare fight. And now you're standing tall while they cower in the shadows, too afraid to admit they were wrong about you, too afraid to face the fact that you're becoming everything they wish they had the guts to be. Here's the real kicker. They wanted to see you fail because failure is safe. Failure keeps things predictable. Failure means nothing changes, and change scares them more than anything. But you're not afraid of change. You're not afraid of growth. You're not afraid of stepping into the unknown because you've already faced the worst the world could throw at you. And you survived. You didn't just survive, you thrived. You turned ashes into armor, pain into purpose, and loss into lessons. And now, every move you make threatens to shatter the fragile illusion they've built around themselves. They call it stubbornness when you refuse to quit. They call it pride when you stand tall after falling. But you know what it really is? Strength. Real strength. The kind that doesn't break under pressure. The kind that doesn't bend to fear. The kind that refuses to settle for less than it deserves. That's who you are now. That's who you've become. And whether they like it or not, they're watching you rise. Watching you build something bigger than their narrow minds can comprehend. Watching you walk a path they're too weak to follow. Ever wonder why betrayal cuts so deep? Why the ones closest to you, the ones you trusted with your secrets, your dreams, your heart, are often the first to turn on you? It's simple, really. Sometimes God lets people hurt you because He knows they'd destroy you if they stayed. He lets them betray you because He sees the rot beneath their smiles, the poison in their promises, the cracks in their loyalty. And He removes them before they can sink roots too deep to pull out. Betrayal isn't a curse, it's clarity. It strips away the illusions you held on to, the fairy tales you told yourself about love and friendship. It forces you to confront the ugly truth. Not everyone who says they care actually does. Some people are parasites, feeding off your light until there's nothing left. Others are cowards, sticking around only as long as the ride is smooth. But the moment the road gets rough, they disappear faster than smoke in the wind. And you know what? Good riddance. Loneliness isn't punishment, it's preparation. When everyone else leaves, you're forced to look inward, to face yourself, to confront every flaw, every fear, every scar you've tried to hide. In the silence, you hear the voice that matters most, yours. The voice that tells you to keep going. The voice that reminds you of your worth. The voice that refuses to give up, even when the world tries to bury you alive. That voice, it's gold. Pure, unshakable gold. And once you find it, no amount of betrayal can break you. People leave for two reasons. Either they weren't meant to stay, or they couldn't handle where you're headed. Either way, it's a blessing. You don't need dead weight holding you back. You don't need parasites draining your energy. You don't need fair weather friends pretending to care only when the sun shines. What you need is focus, discipline, purpose. You need to stop looking for validation in places that never held it in the first place. Stop seeking approval from people who wouldn't lift a finger to save you. Stop wasting time on those who abandoned you when you needed them most. God doesn't send crowds to fulfill His promises. He sends storms to test your faith. He sends trials to strengthen your resolve. He sends betrayal to teach you who's real and who's not. And let me tell you something. The ones who stick around during the storms, those are your people. Those are the ones worth fighting alongside. Everyone else, forget them. Cut them loose. Let them slither away into the darkness they came from. You don't owe them explanations. You don't owe them apologies. You don't owe them anything. The truth is, betrayal isn't personal. It's purposeful. It's part of the process. Sometimes God lets people hurt you because He knows you're strong enough to survive it, strong enough to learn from it, strong enough to rise above it. Every wound they inflict is a lesson. Every lie they tell is a test. Every backstab is a reminder that trust must be earned, not given freely. And once you pass those tests, once you learn those lessons, you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. But here's the thing, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Forgiveness means letting go, not of the lesson, but of the anger. It means releasing the poison they tried to inject into your veins. It means refusing to let their betrayal define you. Holding on to hate is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Don't give them that power. Instead, turn that anger into fuel. Use it to push harder, climb higher, and shine brighter. Make them regret ever doubting you. Make them choke on the realization that their betrayal didn't break you. It built you. And when the tables finally turn, and they will, don't gloat. Don't rub it in their faces. Just smile. Keep walking. Let your success speak for itself. Let them watch as God takes you places they'll never reach. Let them choke on the dust you leave behind. Because the truth is, you're not climbing this mountain for them. You're climbing it for you. For the dream God planted in your heart. For the destiny He wrote in the stars. And no amount of betrayal, no amount of hate, no amount of pain can stop you from reaching it. Success isn't the end, it's the beginning. Too many people think crossing the finish line means the race is over. They celebrate for a moment, then settle into complacency. They rest on their laurels, content to coast through life without pushing further. But not you. No, you're different. You've tasted struggle. You've felt the weight of the world on your shoulders. You've fought battles that would have broken weaker souls. And now you know that success isn't a destination. It's a launch pad. When God opens doors for you, it's not so you can sit comfortably inside. It's so you can step through and claim the land beyond. The blessings He pours into your life aren't gifts to hoard. They're tools to use, tools to build, tools to create, tools to inspire others to rise like you did. Remember the nights you spent crying in the dark? Remember the prayers whispered with shaking hands? Remember the moments you thought you wouldn't make it? Those memories should fuel your fire, not extinguish it. They should remind you of how far you've come and how much farther you still have to go. The enemy doesn't attack empty vessels. He attacks those carrying greatness. If you're facing resistance, if you're feeling the heat of the battle, it's because you're close to breaking through. The closer you get to your purpose, the harder the fight becomes. Why? Because the enemy knows what you're capable of. He sees the light inside you, and he's desperate to snuff it out. But he can't. Not unless you let him. And you won't. Your journey isn't just about you. It's about everyone watching, everyone doubting, everyone praying for your downfall. When you succeed, you don't just win. You prove them wrong. You silence the whispers. You crush the lies. You show the world that faith isn't weakness, it's power. That prayer isn't passive, it's active. That trusting God isn't foolish, it's fearless. Every step you take is a slap in the face to those who said you couldn't do it. Every victory you claim is a testament to the strength of your spirit. But don't forget where you came from. Don't lose sight of the pain that shaped you. Don't ignore the scars that remind you of the battles you fought. Wear them proudly. Make them your badge of honor. Let them tell your story, a story of survival, resilience, and triumph. A story that inspires others to pick themselves up and keep moving forward. Because the truth is, the world needs more fighters, more warriors, more dreamers willing to risk everything for a chance at greatness. And you're leading the charge. As you climb higher, remember this. The view from the top isn't for everyone. Some people aren't built for elevation. They prefer the safety of the ground, the predictability of the familiar. But you were made for heights, made for challenges, made for greatness. Don't let anyone or anything pull you back down. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your feet moving. Keep your heart burning with passion and purpose. And when you finally reach the summit, don't stop. Look around. Take it all in. Then turn to the next mountain and start climbing again. Because here's the secret. The best revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's living so well that they can't pretend they don't see it. It's shining so brightly that they can't ignore it. It's rising so high that they can't reach you. And when they choke on the dust you leave behind, don't look back. Just smile. Keep walking. And let your legacy speak for itself. This script maintains the raw, motivational tone of your original piece while offering fresh insights and perspectives. Each part focuses on a distinct theme: hatred, betrayal, and perseverance, while weaving together the elements of struggle, faith, and ultimate triumph.